It continues to reinforce our focus and our core mission to help financial institutions grow in today's transforming landscape. A landscape that is characterized by the rise and the maturing of the digital customer, continuous increase in risk and regulatory environments, and a continuous threat from new entrants, whether they are traditional companies from other industries that are developing financial services capabilities or new innovators. We are building the platforms and the architectures that help you re-architect your banks, your insurance companies around the customer. Secondly, we are looking at the tremendous amount of spend that you have invested. It's non-discretionary spend in areas of risk, financial management, compliance. And we are looking for ways and introducing technologies that help you optimize that spend, reduce it, but more importantly, get returns from that spend. And I'll talk a little more about it. And thirdly, as this financial services ecosystem gets more and more complex, it's now become important to understand not only how to compete in that landscape, but also how to collaborate and cooperate with emerging members of that financial services ecosystem. So how do you open up the bank to this notion of co-innovation? We are starting to convert these platforms, these digital platforms, into smart platforms, which means we are using machine learning models for a variety of different things. This could be something as simple as credit decisioning. So looking at people who don't have a traditional credit history profile, how can you use data to actually create a risk profile so you can actually make them real customers and understand the potential risk that surrounds that customer. On the other end of the spectrum, we are talking about hyper-connected payments. We are seeing new standards that have emerged over the last couple of years, whether this is SWIFT GPI or ISO 20022. These are the new message formats that are accommodating a much higher volume of both consumer as well as corporate payments. We are actually incorporating these standards into brand new payments platforms, and we are enabling many of those capabilities with blockchain frameworks. So we have released now a blockchain adapter for cross-border payments. More than 1,500 open APIs across a variety of different areas, things like current and savings accounts, customer onboarding, term deposits, wallets. We've made all of these APIs that are REST-enabled available in an open ecosystem. Machine learning continues to be a very dominant model, and the idea behind these is to bring these across financial crime, across risk management and compliance management. We are also using very modern scale-out technologies built on capabilities like Apache Spark. We have Oracle Graph Analytics, something that's just come out of our labs. We've incorporated that into our fight against financial crime. And the idea behind this is you can actually establish very visually the flow of money through very complex network of entities. We are really strengthening the capabilities of companies using all of these modern technologies. So not only are we using graph analytics to provide a visual representation of the flow of money, we are using machine learning models to score alerts so that you can optimize alerts that you truly need to focus on and eliminate false positives. You are able to predict next best actions using robotic process automation. And finally, we are using a variety of data-driven models to simplify the whole process of submitting suspicious activity reporting. So we just started work a few months ago with Wells Fargo and ran a very successful prototype with them for cross-border payments on the blockchain. So an example is Airtel, which is the 22nd largest telco in the world, the biggest telco in India. They launched a challenger bank, and they brought it up and running in less than 6 months on our technology. We are working with Optum to bring next-generation healthcare services on the cloud so that many of the new health care providers and payers can start to modernize. Finally, one of the featured partners that you'll see here is Mead, who's working with us They are a provider of social banking capabilities, and they're working with us to actually deliver banking as a service with some of our integration partners like Accenture. So we are bringing all of this through real-life examples to our customer base.